Hey guys, it's Jeff from Kiss the Fish. Today we're going to be doing a little different style video. We're going to be opening up a little bit of mail today. And in this, I have some warm water flies that my buddy TJ tied up for me. He's a fly tyer, and if you'd like to check out some of his work, maybe buy a few flies from him, I'll set you up with his links down in the description. Alright, let's get to it. I'm going to make some videos fishing with these pretty soon.
TJ is also on YouTube. You can find him at Shoreline Films. He's on Twitch and Tumblr at Boxcutter Baits. He has another section on Tumblr under TJ Cleans. If you're interested in his stuff, on eBay you can find him under Fish Game Stuff, and on Etsy you can find him under TJ Cleans. Now this is pretty awesome. Many packages came out of this one package, so I'm pretty excited to get into opening these. Alright, so the first package we're going to open up here, let's see what we have. They're pretty well packaged here, so I don't have to worry about anything being squashed. Oh, very cool. So these are listed as squirrel and chicken. Now, what he has listed here is that he's fished smaller versions of these when the bite was slow and the nights were hot. And it says that it is intended to be a durable insect emerger pattern. Yeah, I could see swinging these. Not only swinging these, but actually stripping these in. I could see these being wonderful for going after those really picky bass, or if you got a little pile of bluegill or that are hanging out and just don't want to touch anything else, get something that's just slightly under the water. I should mention that TJ knows that I fly fish warm water species most of the time. So most of these fly patterns are going to be focused specifically on bass and panfish. At least that's what I'll be fishing them with them for. All right, let's get into this next package here. It feels a little bit thicker. Oh, I think I see foam mice. All right, if you've watched my channel, you know that I do a lot of topwater fishing. And mice are one of my favorite fly patterns to fish. I don't actually fish many foam bodies though. Most of the ones I fish are deer bodies. So this would be cool. He's got two different varieties of colors here. He's got a light brown on white with what appears to be white chenille. And then he's got these deep dark browns. Oh, I can see on a hot day these are going to hit hard. I'll take these out at a sunset, see if I can't slam a nice big fat bass with these. Now, surprisingly, the last couple times I went out fly fishing with mice, I actually was hitting a lot of bluegill with the deer hair mice. So I wouldn't be surprised if the bluegill wanted to hit these too, as these have a little smaller profile than the deer hair ones that I tie up. Very cool. Talk about knowing who you're giving flies to. Those are perfect for me. All right, let's move on to the next package here. This one feels a little slimmer. All right. Oh, I'm seeing some green chartreuse. Oh yeah, look at that. Tiny clousers. Look how small these clousers are. I mean, tiny. So what he has listed here is the bead chain has a rainbow-like chrome color. Oh, those are cool. Those pop. It says he's fished these a few times, 20 to 30 minutes before sundown, and always get some fish with them. You know, clousers are awesome. I tie some pretty large clousers, but I don't think I have ever tied them that small. Those are gonna hit. This next fly is listed as the crossover fly. It can be fished in salt water or fresh water. And it says that the panfish will do a tap or just hammer them. The bass will gulp them down, and then you'll get a good tug. They're weighted, and they go about 1 inch of sink per second. It also says that you can tie them in a darker variation. This here, he's got listed as a noisy cricket, and he says he's caught a ton of bass and panfish with these, and you can expect a similar type of eat as the crossover fly. And these are also weighted and go about 1 inch of sink per second. I like this here. He says you can catch plenty of fish in a single fly, assuming you don't lose it. Here's another version of the noisy cricket. It's a little darker, more natural color. I like these. He's gonna make a lot of vibration on the water. And here is another color of the crossover fly, more of like a deer hair color. I like that. I can see fish in those in still water or moving water. All right, let's get into another package here. Oh, let's pick one. All right, let's go with this one. This one feels full. What do we got in here? I see rubber legs. I see foam. All right, lots of foam. Cool. So I see two different things in here. There's the Morphin Mighty Micros, and there's the Mighty Micros. I'm going to start with the Morphin Mighty Micros. So he's got the Mighty Micros listed that they frequently land bug strikes, and the front legs are longer than the back legs to get more strikes. And he fishes these when things are dead and panfish come up for them. And the Morphin Mighty Micros, which are these ones with the hair on the back, they're a slightly larger version of the Mighty Micros, but they have a small tail. And he has these listed as the bass are sucking them down, and these have been hitting hard. I can see why. I mean, just the profile on these is perfect. The longer legs in the front, the hair in the back, that upwards in the front with the foam, that's going to have that front sitting a little higher and the tail sitting a little lower. Yeah, those are going to cast a great shadow in the water. Look at the different colors. You know, that black's going to hit great at night. That just casts a great shadow. The orange and the white, I can see those sun up, sun down. And this right here, this would be the Mighty Micro. So this would be the slightly smaller version with no tail on it. So no hair on the backside. You know, it's like a slightly larger ant pattern, but also similar to if you had a tiny gurgler. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can, how to fish these. I bet you if I fish these like a gurgler, they'll do great. I bet you if I swing them, they'll do great. And probably just dead sticking them, they'll do just fine. And that tail, that's gonna cast an awesome shadow. I tie gurglers that are way too big for panfish, so these will hit a lot better with the smaller fish, I feel. All right, let's get into this package here. This one's a lot heavier than the other packages. Just look at that pile of flies right there. That's awesome. Okay. Oh, this is why. So we've got crawfish and crawfish jig. So the crawfish, well, let's start with the crawfish jig first. And I'll be definitely throwing that under a spinning rod. That is going to hook me up some awesome fish. I love the black on purple with the rubber legs. I have a 2-weight Euro nymph rod. That might be a bit heavy to throw with it, but I could see a pattern like that going under as my lead fly. Oh, and everybody loves a good crawfish pattern right there. Those barbells, those are the perfect size for these. That black on purple, that is a hot color right there. And the orange pattern, you know, for me up here in New England, that orange pattern is great in like early spring when they're shedding a little bit. That orange pattern on my spinners, I always like throwing the MEPs with the orange and black. Those are two colors that always work for me. So I think those are going to be awesome when I'm looking to go deep. All right, let's get into this last package here. I feel some larger profile patterns in here. Let's see what we got. Oh, I see more rubber legs and more foam. All right, so we got Dragonfly Express and Magic Spiders. Let's start with the Dragonfly Express. It says that he can move a lot of water with these. And he's been able to make a cork popper sound with these, which is very satisfying to catch both panfish and bass. Now, if you take the Mighty Micro, and just for size comparison, you can see how much larger the rubber legs are, and that V-cut for the wing. Put that back. Yeah, these are awesome. They're going to move a lot of water. Those are going to entice a lot of fish. This here, this would be the Magic Spider. It says he loves fishing these. These cast well and they retrieve well and move a lot of water. The bass and the bluegill love them. He said he's caught panfish at least size 6s and possibly 4s. And the bass suck them down. Here's the other Dragonfly Express. This one is also in the chartreuse green. I'm loving the length on those rubber legs sticking out the side. It definitely shows off what a dragonfly would look like over on the water. And here is the yellow take on the Magic Spider. This is an awesome collection of flies here. Thank you so much, TJ.
Once again, thank you, TJ, and I hope you guys check out some of his websites because that is some good tie-in right there. All right, until next time, I'll catch you guys later.